Welcome back to Artemis Countdown. There are only 9 days left until launch. It is time to learn all the unusual things about this mission. We will start with today's question. What is the fun part of the astronaut training? Spacesuit training is harder than it looks. Spacesuits are incredible, but they're also stiff, bulky, and they're hard to move in. Astronauts practice by picking up tiny tools, pressing buttons, and turning screws, all while wearing thick gloves. Astronauts often joke that it's like fixing a spaceship while wearing oven mitts. Astronauts also train to feel dizzy. They sit in special machines that spin, flip, and rotate very fast. These machines simulate what happens during launch and landing. Astronauts don't train to avoid dizziness. They train to work while dizzy. Imagine learning how to walk, again, underwater, in a giant suit. Well, to practice spacewalks, astronauts train in a giant swimming pool called the Neutral Buoyancy Laboratory. It is as deep as a 6-story building. Astronauts move very slowly underwater. Sometimes they bump into things or spin around. To experience real weightlessness, astronauts fly in special airplanes. These planes fly up and down in big arcs. For about 20 seconds at a time, everything floats. The plane is nicknamed the Vomit Comet for a very good reason. Inside the plane, astronauts float like balloons. They bump into walls. They spin. In space, even going to bed is a skill. In space, the body doesn't know what resting feels like. There's no lying, so astronauts usually sleep in sleeping bags strapped to a wall. The brain may stay alert, so it is hard to relax. When sleeping in space, astronauts usually wear sleeping masks because of the light in the module. Also, noise never stops. Astronauts have to be very careful because without gravity, they have to make sure that the fresh air reaches their sleeping area. In space, even crumbs are a problem. A floating crumb can get into electronics, eyes, or lungs. That's why astronauts train to eat very carefully. During training, mission control sometimes creates a sudden, fake emergencies. And not just one, several systems may fail at the same time. It's not to scare astronauts, but to see how they react under pressure. Everything can be a problem when astronauts are in space. But also, nothing can be a huge problem. One of the hardest parts of astronaut training is learning how to stay alert when absolutely nothing happens. Astronauts sit through long simulations where everything works perfectly. No excitement, no action, because in space, boredom can be dangerous, and losing focus is not an option. All this training helps astronauts stay calm, focused, and ready. Even when something goes wrong millions of kilometers from Earth. Which part of astronaut training surprised you the most? Tell us in the comments. Thanks for watching Artemis Countdown, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you tomorrow!